What's going on, y'all? This video is basically talking about the new shop. We basically did an upgrade in a sense because we was already in a shop that was like 900 square foot. This shop right here is like 3 times bigger. And this video basically gonna be telling y'all about everything we had to go through, everything that happened from the beginning of it to the end. This is the whole process of moving into the new shop. This was not easy. This took about a year. Why it took so long, y'all about to find out. This joker came with ups and downs. This joker came with all bunch of curves, all bunch of unnecessary. Just y'all about to see everything that happened, and I'm about to tell y'all everything that happened. So y'all stay tuned and just stay tuned because this stuff is unnecessary. Stay tuned. So this is how it looked before we got in there. This is how it looked when we was just calling just to see if they had any spots open available for rent. This is how it looked before any construction, anything got started. And you already know the plan was this. It was supposed to be short and simple. We tell them what we wanted. We tell the owner how we want it to look. He get his guys on it. They start working on it, and then we move in, right? I'll start paying rent, just go from there. Cool, right? So, as you can see, construction started. However, I know first thing I know was some of the stuff was different than what we did in what we said in the blueprint. So in the blueprint, it was supposed to be 8 rooms, some shampoo bowls in the back, and then a place full of waiting room in the front, then a place in the back for wash and dry, correct? Okay. First thing first, as you can see, these how the walls were when they was done. These are basically partition walls, which ain't nothing wrong with partition walls. However, when we first discussed things, they were supposed to be closed off. They were supposed to be completely rooms. They're supposed to all each have a closed off door, a top that the AC would come from, and they was all supposed to have their own door because they're supposed to be complete suites. As you can see, this is my room. I had to pay for guys to get this done, right? I got to do this for the 3 more rooms that's going to be in the back. The 4 in the front is going to stay the same, right? Another thing, as you can see, that floor that was done, that tile, I had to pay for that. Why? You would think they was going to put flooring in there. Nope. Nah, they did tell me. They said, hey, we're not going to do flooring. Even though I thought they were going to do flooring, they said, no, we're not going to do flooring. I said, okay, but look, can everything just be concrete? Like how it's going to look? They were like, yeah, it's going to be concrete. We're going to clean it up. However, it's going to be no flooring. It's just going to be some clean concrete floors. Y'all can just work on that. Everything's going to be good. It won't be flooring, but it'll be clean concrete. So I'm like, okay, cool. As you can see, no. I had to pay for tile because they ended up calling me saying that the shampoo bowls had to be on some type of flooring or it wasn't going to sit right. I'm like, all right, cool. Even though I was already told I wouldn't have to pay for flooring and no flooring was going to have to be installed. Long story short, as you can see, flooring was installed, tile was installed. So after that was done, we looked at how they left the concrete, the one we were supposed to be working on in the front, sheetrock mud everywhere, dust everywhere, basically wasn't clean. So you know we gotta do flooring to that as well. So this right now, this is us painting the back area, the shampoo bowl area, just painting, just getting it ready for us to open. This is before we even did any type of flooring to the front or anything. They had to do the tile for the shampoo bowls and stuff like that. But ain't no flooring been put in the front yet. So we painted the shampoo area. Now we doing touch up work in the front. As you can see, Jose being funny. He's hilarious. All right, as you can see, we doing caulking, we painting, touching up everything. We couldn't even find the white that they used. I don't know why, but they left a can of the white that they used. I tried to buy some more, and we ended up painting it just over some spots with the original white that was already there, and it still wouldn't blend in. So obviously that wasn't the right white. I don't know what that was, so we just ended up just buying some white paint and basically having to paint over everything that was what we thought was white. I don't know if they just put prom on there and didn't paint it or what. But as you can see, we painting. Right now we in my suite trying to get that taken care of. I had to paint my room. Well, I had to prime and paint my room. inside and out, because that's fresh sheetrock. And as you can see, the guys, they getting ready to start flooring. The flooring that I was told I wasn't going to have to buy. Yes, the same flooring on the same concrete that was supposed to be clean, that we were supposed to be working on, that's not clean, as y'all can see. I have to go out of my pocket, pay for this flooring that was not cheap. Anybody who know anything about construction, they know flooring is not cheap. So I already spent money on the tile in the back. I already paid for that to get done. And I paid for the flooring. Like, man, this was way more money getting spent than was supposed to. But anyway, we had to start, and certain stuff had to get done. So me complaining about it wasn't gonna help anything. So as you can see, we painting, trying to get everything knocked out, trying to get everything done. Man, oh, I forgot to tell y'all this one nugget. So the contractor told me a price. First off, said he wasn't gonna really charge me that much. I said, all right, bet. Told me a price. Told me how much the tile was gonna be. Told me how much it was gonna cost to fix it. I said, okay, bet. Then he said, what you gonna do in the front? I said, yeah, I'm gonna just do vinyl. He was like, all right. Told me, I said, okay, let me know how much it's gonna be. However, with the vinyl, because I just figured it was gonna cost a lot. I was like, with the vinyl, I'm gonna just get me and my guys to put it in, because I know how to do vinyl. I was like, man, I'll just do it instead of, spending extra money. He was like, well, I get discounts, so I'll let you know how much it is, with my discount. I'm like, all right. So basically telling me how much it was, I want to say he charged me like, or told me it was gonna be like around 8, 9 thousand or something like that. I was like, man, that's a lot for like you not even putting in the vinyl. You only just doing the tile. That's a lot. Something just said, something just tell you do some more digging or something. So I'm doing some more digging. Long story short, I tell him, I'm like, man, how much is this gonna be for the tile and the labor? He was like around 2,500. I said 25 out of 8, like the rest of that is going towards the vinyl. I said, golly, that's a lot. Like that's like 5 grand, like just for the golly, that's a lot. So like I told him, I said, man, let's just do it this way. Just return the vinyl, and that way you can get your money back, and I'll just pay you for the tile and for the labor. He told me, oh no, it's a special order. I thought you knew that. They won't be able to return it because it's a special order. Da da da. I'm like, now I done worked that low. And I'm like, you can refund practically anything. But just to be safe, keep in mind I worked at Lowe's a few years ago. I'm like, man, but I don't think it changed like that. So I'm like, man, let me call and ask. No, it was Home Depot, but I worked at Lowe's. But Lowe's and Home Depot ain't that different. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure if you can return something from Lowe's, you can return something from Home Depot. So I go to Home Depot and I call him like, hey, do y'all return special orders? He said, the person at Home Depot said, yeah, we return special orders. I said, okay. And I asked him, I said, yeah, they said they could return special orders. He was like, oh no, it's a delivery too. That's why I thought I mentioned that in the earlier phone call. I'm like, all right, bro. So called again. I said, hey, do they do refund on delivery? He said, yes, sir, we do. I said, bro, what is going on? Because this not making sense. Because to me, you could just return it if you truly bought it. You could just return it and then just get your money back, and I'll pay you for your tile and just do it like that. Man, I start calling, asking for I start calling the contractor, asking for the receipt, asking for the receipt. Not over a week, no receipt, no receipt. Because what I was going to do was, I was going to take his receipt and then you go to Home Depot, have them scan it, and then take all that foreign back to them and then pay me back for what I paid him. Because I like, since you don't want to return it, I'll return it. Because me personally, I don't really do the back and forth. Because me personally, ain't no such thing. It ain't no reason to me to be arguing or going back and forth. All it does is just create emotions, and that doesn't really get anything done. So, asking for the receipt, not getting a receipt. I'm like, dang. So I'm asking, Home Depot. I'm like, hey, did an order go in for this, that, and the third? I'm trying to search the name that I know of the company and the name I know of the person. Oh no, it's not coming up. It's not coming up. I went up there and I called the contractor. Say, hey, I'm at Home Depot. And they said they returned both deliveries and special orders. He was like, oh, well, let me talk to such and such. This is who I talked to. Let me call her and let me call you back. I said, okay. So I said, you ain't gonna call me back. I'll go to the lumber, the flooring, no, the customer service. Golly, what they call in Home Depot? Oh, pro services. I go to pro services. I said, yeah, let me talk to such and such. It would just so happen that the person I had to ask for, they was coming off lunch. So she said, they called for her. She said, let me go clock back in from lunch and let me put on my vest. I said, okay, cool. I'm waiting at pro services. I'm like, man, something not right. We looking up the name. We looking up the business. Um, we looking up anything that having to deal with all the information that I got from the order. We looking up all the information. The order not coming up. Order not coming up. So she's so like eager to help me out, which I'm so thankful for. She ended up typing the man's his last name, and another person who probably kin to him pulled up with the order that he paid uh for me to for the shop to get done. And she was like, "Hold on, I did this order." She was like, "Yeah, he came the other day." I said, "Okay, great." I was like, "All right, well, the vinyl that's on there, you can just return it, and he gonna keep everything else." She was like, vinyl? Ain't no vinyl on that order. I said, what? I said, ain't no vinyl flooring on that order? She said, no, ain't no vinyl flooring on that order. I remember I did this order. And if you really want to see it, here's the whole order. She showed me the complete order. It's the tile, sponge, the spacers, basically everything to do tile work. That's the only thing that was on the order. I was like, well, what about the vinyl that he told me and that he was gonna purchase? Because I remember him calling me on home. This is how it's looking, by the way. We really killing it. We're really putting that time in. Stop playing with it. Like, it's really coming together. Just letting y'all know. Look at it. Just look at it. Yeah, it's coming together. But anyway, we, Kylie, where I'm at in the story. She basically told me, yeah, he got off the phone with somebody, that somebody being me, cause he FaceTimed me, showed me the tile, how it was gonna look, and said he was gonna pick out the vinyl and then, go from there. And this was when he was just picking out the tile. So I was like, okay, just let me know the total whenever you done. He said I will. Then he got off FaceTime with me. She said, yeah, he was on the phone with somebody. That somebody was me. Said what he was gonna do. Then hung up and told to her he's not gonna get the vinyl because he doesn't have everything he needs yet for it. So basically, long story short, you guys, this I was finna pay for some flooring, some vinyl flooring that hasn't even been bought yet. Then when I asked how much the flooring was, it was less than what the contractor was even trying to charge me. I said, I was like, bro, I'm so glad I didn't pay that money. I'm so glad I didn't pay that money. Something just said don't pay it. I'm so glad. So I called him. He started stumbling over his words. You know how that go. And was like, oh, I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna return it, I'm gonna return it, I'm gonna have them return it. I'm like, it's kind of hard to return something you never even bought. But I'm just like, okay, all right. So long story short, paid him, paid him the money that he did for the tile, and then he even he even overcharged me for the tile because something about some plumbing lines. I'm like, bro, this not even my plumbing lines. This for the owner. Like, I can't even. How you gonna charge me for something that I can't even see? Like, this not. I'm not even in here yet. But I was like, all right, paid it. This is how like I'm so quick to like just find a solution and not really complain and get emotional about stuff. But it really just taught me why I had to learn some of this construction stuff like flooring and etc. It really taught me why I had to learn this myself. Why I wanted to do most of this work myself because I can't cheat myself. I can't overcharge myself. These guys will overcharge you, will try to squeeze any dime out of you, and will not think twice about it. It's it's crazy to me, but hey, that's the world we living in. I don't really complain. I just find a solution. And me learning how to do stuff like this, what you see us painting, us doing a flooring, me learning how to do that is the best way that works for me. Because every time I try to do business with a contractor, every time I try to do some type of work with somebody, they all. It's only a few who did right by me. Most of them, they try to squeeze a dollar out you. They try to get the most they can out of you, and it does not make sense. But that was one of the headaches I had to deal with this place. Another headache, like I said, they did not build the shop how it was supposed to be. The rooms were supposed to be closed off. So the first headache, the room's supposed to be closed off. The second headache, I gotta buy a tile I gotta buy flooring that I was told I wasn't supposed to buy. Then the third headache, I'm getting overcharged for stuff that really doesn't have to even do with me, and it makes no sense to overcharge me for this stuff. I'm getting overcharged for flooring that was never even bought. Fourth headache. I hope y'all ready for this. So, as y'all see, we doing the floors, knocking this out. We've been doing the paint, knocking this out. Now, keep in mind, the only construction we were supposed to be doing when we got in here, the guys were supposed to paint their rooms whatever color they wanted, and then we were supposed to just decorate the place. Oh, and paint the shampoo room. That's it. We wasn't supposed to be doing all this. But I'm so thankful that the guys helping me out. I'm so thankful that they spent the time out of their day, that they did not have to do this, because it's not like I made them do it. They truly out of their heart wanted to help me, and I'm so glad I got guys like this working with me that are so eager to like help me, and whatever time they can give, they give it just to do stuff like this that they didn't even have to do. So I'm thankful for that. As you see, we knocking it out. Oh, I'm also supposed to tell you about the fourth headache. Fourth headache. As you can see, we knocking this out. And this is a bunch of work. This stuff is not easy. This stuff took up days. Cause you gotta keep in mind, we didn't stop cutting. So throughout the week, we cut in half our usual, shop hours. And on our off days, or before we get in the shop, or after we get off, we gotta come do this. This took several days because we don't really even be free, as it is in general. So we doing all this work. Why we do this? I think we finished painting our rooms. We finished decorating, moving everything in. I forgot to even tell y'all. We agreed on the rent. We agreed on the rent. I want to say when y'all first saw the beginning of this video, how it looked like with nothing in it. On that day, we agreed on the rent being a certain number. I'm not gonna say the number. Why on opening day? Now keep in mind, opening day is like dang near a year later, because just for that construction, just for them partition walls, the sheetrock, everything, do plumbing and electrical, that took about 7, 8 months. Why that took so long, I don't know. But I wasn't paying for it. He wanted me to give him a certain amount of money. I'm like, I don't even know your name. I'm not giving you thousands like that. No, I'm not finna give you that much money, and I don't even know you. You can easily just run off. Like, no. But why it took 7 months to do all that, 8 months, dang near 9, I don't know. But it took dang near 8, 9 months just to do partition walls, electricity, plumbing, the shampoo bowls, and that tile. It took 9 months for that. Why? I do not know. But on top of that, this man waited till opening day, y'all. Listen to me. Opening day to give me a paper saying rent has increased another dang near $2,000. I said, oh no, sir. No. And handed it to me like I was just supposed to pay it. Like I was supposed to be like, oh, here you go. An extra $2,000? No. What? Like, man, I'm telling you, this place was not easy. This place was not easy. I will never forget this day. This man literally opening day. We finally moved in. Construction for the most part done. We like, bro, all right, man, all our clients can just start coming here and let's get to work. Opening day, this man gives me a paper talking about rent is over 2 grand, talking about some taxes. I said, bro, what? So we gotta go back and forth about that because obviously I'm not paying that. No, me personally, I thought of it like this, bro. You should have told me this before any paperwork was signed. Because keep in mind, our contract said the rent that we agreed on a year ago. It does not in nowhere in the contract it say it was supposed to go up. None of that. So if that's the case, if your taxes truly went up and stuff like that, I get that. However, that should have been an amount that you said before paperwork was signed, before we did all this construction, before all this time was not wasted, before all this time was spent. You could have saved me and you a headache because you could have found you somebody else gonna pay that extra 2 grand, and I could have found me a landlord that was okay with the money that we agreed on. And that's how I looked at it. So, me personally, I was like, man, we might have to move, even though we did all this work. Y'all see all this work. I was like, man, we might have to move. He was like, oh no, because I'm the legal action for breach of contract. So, start putting the lawyers in it. I started talking to my lawyer. He started talking to whoever he needs to talk to. Long story short, he started agreeing to the terms of the contract. But I'm telling you, bro, this place was not easy. Man, we had to deal with so much. Golly, we had to deal with so much. But as y'all see, we put the work in. Man, we put the work in. The guys were getting it. We doing it. This was just trim work. We was just finishing up. Then after that, we just did finishing touches. Man, this place, woo! This place was a piece of work, bro. I just told y'all all the headaches I had to deal with this place. Not only deal with all this with this place, still having to cut, still having to deal with the old shop. Like, bro, this was not easy at all. This my old shop was way easier. Dealing with my old shop was way easier than dealing with this. But man, I'm telling you, bro. So whenever y'all come into the shop, Beaumont, Texas, whenever y'all come in the shop, please realize we put some work for this shop. Please. And y'all on YouTube, y'all gonna see the shop more and more. Y'all gonna see the guys more and more. I'm telling y'all, please realize the work these guys put in for this new shop. Realize the headache they had to come in to this place. Realize this was not easy. This is a lot of stuff behind the scenes people don't see. There's a lot of stuff they don't tell you about. There's a lot of stuff they don't talk about. Y'all just see look at him. Look at him. Y'all just see y'all just see the haircuts. Y'all just see the pricing. Y'all just see whatever y'all choose to see, and y'all don't know about this stuff behind the scenes. This stuff is not easy to deal with. And if you really want me to be honest, business is easy. People just make it hard. Like a lot of that stuff, that's what makes it so frustrating. Because a lot of that stuff, it was unnecessary. We didn't even have to deal with this stuff. Like a lot of them headaches, it was like, bro, why are you doing it like that? That don't even make sense. Going up on pricing, going up on pricing and on your rent on opening day. Charging people for flooring that you didn't even buy. Spending way more time on construction than you were supposed to, and not even doing it the way that y'all both agreed to it. Bro, that's not business, that's people. But that just go back to what I said, bro. Business is easy. People make it hard, bro. So please just be careful whenever you leasing buildings or whoever you decide to go into business with. Please be careful. I'm telling you, it is not easy. Now you do have cases where it is easy. Example, my old shop. My old shop, it was easy. I'm telling you, I just had to go in there, put in my equipment, build my chairs, get my certificate of occupancy. We was in that joker. Get all this stuff. Cool. Good. Oh yeah, I got another video. I got another headache for y'all, but that's gonna be for another video. Y'all just stay tuned. It's gonna be for the next video. Cause this right here, this is just, man, y'all wait. Y'all just wait for the next video. Cause, ooh. Y'all already seen the stuff I had to go through. I'm telling y'all now I had to go through. It's still another headache with this shop. But it's gonna be all worth it. Why? Because I'm gonna work my butt off. The guys gonna work their butt off. And just like we going through the little situations on with the owner and stuff like that, we're gonna make it worth it. I'm telling you, we're gonna make it worth it. We got 3 years here. We're gonna make it work. We finna we finna go crazy. We finna do more work, do more heads than we ever did before. We finna do more services than we ever did before. We finna do more giveaways than we ever did before. We finna do more communities. We finna maximize this new shop. I'm telling you, just cause of the headaches we have to deal with. But it's gonna be worth it. I'm doing a lot of venting, but it's gonna be worth it. Y'all just stay tuned, and also stay tuned for that next video where I tell y'all another headache we had to endure. But as y'all see, though, we getting it done. We getting it done. So that's the end of today's video. I basically, y'all saw how the shop looked, what we was doing to the shop, everything we had to do to the shop. I told y'all, I was completely transparent with y'all about the shop, all the headaches, everything we had to deal with. I got another video I'm about to post to let y'all know something else we had to deal with. This was just recently. But anyway, y'all seen the video, y'all seen everything we had to deal with, and y'all seen everything we did to the shop, all the work we did, where it came from, how it's going, and basically somewhat of the finished product. As y'all, I think I'm gonna name this video New Barbershop Horror Story, just because of all the headaches I had to deal with this shop. But I'm not saying all this to say anything bad about anybody or to say anything bad about having your own shop. I'm just being transparent with stuff that can happen when you getting your own shop or upgrading shops. Because let's be honest, I'm just upgrading shops. I've already had a shop. I'm just upgrading it to a bigger space. Our last space was 900 square foot. This one is like 3 times bigger. So I'm just upgrading, and it's just some of the stuff that can happen within upgrading shops. My last shop, nothing like this. There was stuff that happened, but it wasn't as bad as this type of deal. No matter what shop you do or what business you in, you're gonna have ups and downs. And all I'm doing is being honest and transparent about the downs. We gonna have ups, like that's inevitable. We gonna have ups. Like I said, we finna max this joke out. I got so much planned. The guys got so much planned. We got new people about to start soon. So of course the ups gonna be there. The ups is everywhere. You got Instagram for the ups. You got highlight reels for the ups. You got the ups is everywhere. But what they not finna do is be transparent with you, like I just was in this video, letting y'all know some of the stuff. Well, everything we had to deal with. People not even finna let you know some of the stuff they had to deal with, let alone everything. So this video wasn't to scare you, wasn't to deter you from getting your own shop, wasn't to talk bad about anybody or anything. It just shows you some stuff behind the scenes of what y'all don't see whenever somebody is upgrading shops or getting a shop. This some stuff that y'all don't see. This stuff people don't talk about. This the stuff people not finna post on Instagram type deal. So that's all this video was, just showing y'all, being transparent with y'all about some stuff that happened with upgrading the shop behind the scenes, other than how good it looks, other than how spacious it is, other than how great it came out, other than, oh, congratulations, you upgrade, other than the good stuff. Like, we get it, the good stuff, and I'm completely 100% appreciative and grateful. Like I said, I'm grateful for everything. I'm just putting this video out to show y'all and be transparent with stuff that happens behind the scenes that nobody talks about. So there's the video. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. It's late. I'm about to go to sleep. See y'all in the next one.